So hello everyone, welcome back. Now let us start problem number 16, which says suppose the field inside a large piece of dielectric is E naught. Alright, so that electric displacement is given as this. Now small in figure 19.a. So we have in figure 19 we have A as sphere, B as needle, and C as water, and polarization is upside. Alright, so in small spherical cavity 19.a is hollowed out of the material. Find the field at the center of cavity in terms of E naught P and then D naught P, and assume polarization is frozen or permanent. Alright, and do the same for other parts also. So this is problem number 16. Problem number 16 on page number 184, and we have equation figure number 19 as spherical sphere, and we have a spherical cavity here. All right, so we need to find the electric field in terms of E naught and P, and then in terms of D naught and P. So we know that if suppose it has electric field as how much? E naught. So suppose it is given that the whole dielectric piece has electric field E naught, and suppose we took out this part, and this part has electric field E dash, suppose, and then the whole electric field will be E naught minus this part. All right, and we very well know that electric field in a spherical shell or spherical cavity or solid sphere is rho r by 3 epsilon naught, and if we are talking about 2, then we write it as minus rho d by 3 epsilon naught. All right, we write like this. We have also discussed in this as example number 2 and problem number, I guess, 12. We discussed them in those problems. All right, potential and electric field both are given there, you can see it. All right, so electric field by this, putting this from E dash here. All right, for putting this in this, and rho into D is P, polarization. We know that we discussed in previous videos. So E naught, E is equal to total electric field for remaining part is E is equal to E naught minus of minus P and upon 3 epsilon naught. So this is how E is equal to E naught plus P upon 3 epsilon naught. So this is the relation between for E part, for relation between E naught and P. All right, now we have to find the relation between D naught and P, where D naught is given as D naught is equal to epsilon naught E naught plus P. So putting the value of E naught here from here to here. All right, we get D naught as in terms of D naught and P. All right, so D naught minus P upon epsilon naught is equal to E naught by shifting terms. All right, now let us shift the terms more. And we know that from the electric displacement, we know that D is equal to epsilon naught E. We also know that E is the electric field of the remaining part. All right, so D is equal to epsilon naught E naught plus P by 3. Putting this is, let me just give it as 1, this is 2, putting 1 into, we get 3, this is 3, but we have to find the displacement at the center. So we found the displacement at the center in terms of E naught and P. Now let us find it in terms of D naught and P. So on putting the value of E naught, epsilon naught E naught, epsilon naught E naught here, we get D is equal to D naught minus P plus P by 3. So D is equal to D naught, we get minus 2 by 3 P. So these are the values for first part. Sorry. All right. So we calculated field at the center of the cavity and displacement at the center of the cavity in terms of d naught and e naught. So now let us calculate for B part. I hope you understood how we calculated. So for B part we have a needle here, all right, and if we have a needle then and it is polarized in upward direction, then this will be negative and this will be positive, all right, and all the other charges will cancel out and it will act like a dipole, and it is very long. It is given in the question. So he's saying that calculate the field at the cavity and the other things, all right. So if we took out the small part, or it will act just like a dipole. So for E will be same E naught minus the E dash, right. So as they are very long and they have a very large distance between them, so this E dash will approach to E dash will approach to 0 because they are it is very long, and they will cancel out each other, the middle charges, and the only charges left will be at the ends only, and they are very far away. So that is why the electric field le left for remaining part will be E naught only. So uh, D becomes epsilon naught E naught, all right, electric displacement for the cavity. And for D now let me just calculate in terms of D naught and P naught. So this is from equation number, let me just give this equation number 5. From equation number 5 we can calculate the value of D naught and P naught in terms of epsilon naught E naught. So D is equal to D naught minus P naught. So we have calculated value of D in terms of this value of electric field, and anything else? No. So that is it for B part. Now let us calculate for C part. So C part we have a water like small surface, all right. This is a small surface, wafer like, sorry. We have water or wafer, yes, a small thin, very thin aluminum, suppose just like aluminum foil, all right, aluminum foil like wafer. So we need to calculate the it is a surface, so we'll consider surface charge density. So it will act like a parallel plate capacitor. So because if we suppose another downside and then consider, it will act like a parallel plate capacitor, this dielectric, all right. So on calculation of electric field, total electric field, we know that E naught minus E dash. So on calculation E naught becomes E dash becomes, we know that, let me just focus, uh, from Gauss law, that electric field has a discontinuity at surface with a sigma upon epsilon naught, and if it is downward then negative with a negative sign, all right, minus sigma upon epsilon naught. Electric field has a discontinuity like this. So E becomes E naught minus minus plus sigma upon epsilon naught, and sigma is equal to P dot n cap, all right, and do the direction there only. So E becomes E naught plus P upon epsilon naught. So we have calculated the field in terms of E naught and P. You understood now how we uh, uh, took E dash as sigma upon epsilon naught and sigma as P. Let me just tell you the page from where we read it. Just a second, which it will help you. We read it in second chapter electrostatics, and the page was this equation number 33 on page number 89. We read it there, all right. Equation number 33, from equation 33 on page number 89, it is given how we wrote that E dash will become as sigma upon epsilon naught. All right, so we calculated E. Now let us calculate D. D is epsilon naught E, and D is equal to epsilon naught E naught plus P. And from equation number 5, this epsilon naught E becomes D naught minus P and plus P. So what is displacement? Displacement, we got D is equal to D naught in this case, in the case of wafer. So we found out electric field displacement. So I hope you got the idea how to calculate the electric field and displacement vector for cavities with the help of uh, our old memories, and with the help of the formulas that we calculated, this and this formula we used here. So that's all for this video. See you in next video. Bye bye.